Hello, my name is William, and in this video we will be looking at many ratio questions. Let's begin. But firstly, what does ratio mean? So I typed into Google ratio meaning, and going down here, this is a good one. The easy definition for a ratio is how many times one number contains another. For example, if there are 8 oranges and 6 lemons in a bowl, then the ratio of oranges to lemons is 8:6. Jimmy has a bag of apples. For every 3 red apples, there are 9 green apples. What is the ratio of red apples to green apples in Jimmy's bag? Write your answer in its simplest form. First thing to do is to write down the actual number of red to green apples. So let's have red, green, then 3, 9. Both numbers are in the 3 times table. Because of that, we can divide by 3. So then the simplest form becomes 1:3. Divide the following numbers in the given ratios. 500 in the ratio 3:2. 2 columns once again. We have 3, 2, and first thing with ratio questions is to add up the parts. So 3 plus 2 is 5. This last column I call the total column. This is the fake total. The real total will go underneath, which is 500. How to go from 5 to 500? We times by 100. And in maths, what we do to one number, we normally do to the other number. That means we do 3 times 100 and also 2 times 100. Next question, try this one by yourself. Split 420 in the ratio 4:3. I will give you 10 seconds. It is the same method. First thing, you do 4 plus 3, which is 7. This is the fake total. The real total is 420. Put this underneath. The next step is work out how do we go from 7 to 420. This is the same as going from 7 to 42, which is times by 6. But because there's another 0, it's 10 times as big, so it's timesing by 60. So you do 4 times 60 and 3 times 60 to get 240 and 180. Split 640 in the ratio 5:3. I will give you 10 seconds. First thing, 5 plus 3 equals 8. Fake total. 640 is the real total. Put this underneath. How do we go from 8 to 640? It's the same as 8 to 64, which is times by 8. 10 times as big, so it is times by 80. Do the same to 5 and 3. So 5 times 80 is 400, and 3 times 80 is 240. Next question. Elise raised £240 from her sponsored swim. She divided it in the ratio 5:3 between 3 charities. How much more money will the charity that receives the most get the charity that receives the least? In this question, there are a lot more words, but the ratio method is still the same. So first thing, we'll do 5 plus 4 plus 3. That is 12. This is the fake total. The real total is 240. Put that underneath. Now I will give you 10 seconds to finish it off. How do we go from 12 to 240? Times by 20. So you do the same to 5:3. 5 times 20 is 100. 4 times 20 is 80. 3 times 20 is 60. Now it is just one more step. We compare the charity that got the most with the charity that got the least. One charity got £100. The other charity got £60. Now we compare the difference. 100 minus 60 is 40. So the answer is 40. Next question. Nick is counting birds in the woods. His guidebook says out of every 4 birds, he sees, he can expect one of them to be a robin. If Nick sees 32 birds, how many can he expect to be robins? A bit different here because the first bit, out of every 4, this is a fraction, but we can convert a fraction to a percentage. Out of every 4 means 1 out of 4, so let's have 3 columns here. We have robin, we have not robin, and then we have the total. That means we put 1 in the robin column and the total will be 4. So it is 1 out of 4. Because of that, how many birds will be not robin? It is 4 minus 1, which will be 3. The first row, we have the numbers 1, 3, 4. 4 is the fake total. The real total is 32 because Nick sees 32 birds. Put this below. How do we go from 4 to 32? Times by 8. And in maths, most of the time, we do the same thing to the other numbers. So 1 times 8 is 8 and 3 times 8 is 24. So the final answer is 8. Melissa keeps rabbits. 2 out of every 3 of her rabbits are ginger. The rest are black. Melissa has 6 ginger rabbits. How many black rabbits does she have? This is very similar to the previous question. So I will start you off and then you can finish it off. Let's have 3 columns. Ginger, black, total. And it is 2 out of every 3. So pause the video, I'll just give you 5 seconds where to put the numbers 2 and 3. Two will go in the ginger column and 3 will go in the total column. Because of that, how many black rabbits are there? It is 3 take 2, which is 1. The first row is 2, 1, 3. The fake total is 3. In the question, it says Melissa has 6 ginger rabbits. So where to put 6? In the ginger column. Now we go from 2 to 6. How? It is times 3. So we do the same to the other numbers. 1 times 3 is 3. And then the final column, the total, 3 times 3 will be 9. But the question asks how many black rabbits does she have? It will be 3. The question, it could have asked how many rabbits in total, so it will be 9. A good way to check is to add up the numbers in the bottom row. 3 times 3 is 9, but also the bottom row says 6 plus 3 is 9. That's how you know you've got a ratio question correct. Use the bottom row, add it up to check you get the total. 3 people share £140. Person 1 gets half as much as person 2, who gets half as much as person 3. How much do they each get? In the question you see there are fractions, half and half again. But we can turn a fraction question into a ratio question. Let's have a few columns. We have person 1, person 2, person 3, and a total column. Imagine person 1 has £1, but this person has half as much as the next. So that person has £2. Now looking at this number, £2 who has half as much as the next person. So that means they have £4. It's like person 3 has twice as much as person 2. Adding up the numbers, 1, 2, 4, we have £7. This is the fake total. Put the real total underneath, £140. How to go from 7 to 140? Times by 20. So we do the same to the other numbers. And then we get the answers. 20, 40, 80. 3 people share £450. Person 1 gets a third as much as person 2. Person 2 gets half as much as person 3. How much do they each get? So imagine, person 1 has £1. But this person has a third as much as person 2. So person 2 has £3. Taking this forward, £3 for person 2 gets half as much as person 3, so that person gets £6. Final column is the total column. 1 plus 3 plus 6 is 10. Fake total, real total underneath, 450, and we're good. How to get from 10 to 450 times by 45, so we do the same to the other numbers. 1 times 45 is still 45. 3 times 45. Work it out yourself. I'll give you 5 seconds. Write it down. And lastly, 6 times 45, same thing. Write it down. 5 seconds. A nice way is we could have used the answer from the previous part. Because 45 times 3 was 135, we can double this. Because 3 to 6 is times 2, we can do 135 times 2 to get 270. And that is how much each person gets. 45, 135, and 270.